This is the Reaper King, and in this video I'll show you how to tame one and all of its abilities. The Reaper King lives on the Aberration map, specifically on the surface of this doomed Ark. There's 5 variants of the Reaper King in the game at the moment. The Surface Reaper King and the Alpha variant that only spawns on any of the 3 surface areas on the map. The Subterranean Reaper King that only emerges when a recently transformed Alpha Nameless is allowed to live for too long. The Elemental Reaper King that only spawns in the Rockwell boss fight. And of course the Tamed Reaper King that you get from being impregnated by a Reaper Queen. There are little to no visible differences between them, except for the Alpha one, of course. To be able to get yourself a Reaper King, you must be impregnated by a Reaper Queen. The Reaper Queens only live in the red zone on Aberration. You can get impregnated by one in the radiation zone, but I do not recommend it, as there is so much aggressive fauna down there that can break your armor and cause your character to take radiation damage, by which the Reaper embryo will instantly die. That's why I'm going to build a trap. The trap was originally built by Captain Fat Dog in ARK Survival Evolved and still works with a few changes. Thank you Raz Clark for testing it out. I also want to recommend you to go and watch their videos as well. I'll leave the links down below. To be able to get yourself a Reaper King, you will need a full hazmat suit, a rock drake, a light pet. I also recommend that you bring a magnifying glass, some medical brews, a shotgun, a shield and some ammo. Also try to clear the area before for a smoother experience. The location that I build the trap on is on latitude 59.2 and longitude 71.8. It's in the blue zone, so you don't have to worry about radiation damage. This is what you need to build the trap. 8 triangle ceilings, 6 stone stairs, 9 triangle foundations and 6 double doorways. Now let's build the trap. Please also like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, it really helps the channel out. Once you have built your trap, you want to find the Reaper Queen that you want to get impregnated by. New to ARK Survival Ascended is that your Reaper King should now scale with your player level. So any level Reaper Queen will work to get a decent one in your belly. I highly recommend that you do this with the Rock Drake, as it is the easiest way. Also bring some Nameless Venom to heal your Drake with if things go bad, and don't forget your hazmat suit. Once you have found a Reaper Queen, kite it back towards the trap. Try just to kite 1 and not 2 as I did. As always in ASA, the creatures are hard to trap. You need to get her as close to the trap as you can. Just stay very close to her and let her attack you until she falls in. I know it can be very frustrating, but just keep trying. It will work. With a great deal of patience and some luck, I managed to get her in, and so can you. The Reaper Queen will only impregnate you if you get her hit points down under 2k. In order to do this, you will have to apply a charge effect to her, or it will take forever, because just as any other Reaper variant, she has a natural armor that reduces all incoming damage by 80% until exposed to the charged effect. You apply this effect by exposing her to the charge light of your light pet, by throwing a plant species Zed fruit, or by using a charge lantern on her. Now just get her HP down under 2k by any means necessary. Use the tech binoculars or a regular magnifying glass to keep an eye on her health bar. A pink aura is also supposed to appear when she's under 2k HP, but that is very hard to see. Do not approach her on foot without a shield in hand. When the Reaper Queen is under 2k HP, she will eventually do a sniff animation just before she grabs you for impregnation. Sometimes she does it right away, and sometimes you'll have to wait a while and let her attack you. Just make sure that her HP is under 2k and you will get pregnant with your own Reaper soon. I do recommend you to sit on a tanky Tame with a good saddle for this process. as it's a lot safer. And yes, she should be able to dismount you and grab you off your saddle to impregnate you. I didn't get it to work in the video, but maybe you can. Comment below if you succeed. You can also do it on foot, just don't forget to use a shield. You don't have to turn off your light pet for this to work. Straight after you have been impregnated, your HP will go down to 1. It doesn't matter if you die as long as you're not in the radiation zone. After the impregnation process, the Reaper Queen normally buries herself and flees the scene. But this trap prevents that. This way you can give birth to your Reaper and go get impregnated again right after if you want to. Or maybe you have a friend that also wants a Reaper. Bear in mind that she might despawn if you leave the area though, and sometimes it may seem that she is not there, but she is, and will reappear in the trap after a while. You now have a new icon that says Offspring XP down to the right on your screen. This is your Reaper baby's XP bar. Now you will need to kill stuff to get this XP bar to the maximum of 52,500 XP. This process should give your Reaper King 75 extra levels at birth. Also keep in mind that if your character rather than your dino is the one killing enemies, you'll gain more experience points towards the Reaper's XP bar. As mentioned earlier, the developers have changed how the Reaper gains its levels, and the system is currently a bit unclear and inconsistent. This makes it difficult to predict exactly what level your Reaper will reach. However, I can assure you that if your character is at the maximum level, accounting for ascensions, chibi pets, bob's tall tales, explorer notes and all other bonus levels, and you gather the 75 extra levels of XP while the Reaper is gestating inside you after being impregnated by a level 150 Reaper, you will end up with a maximum level Reaper King. Before the timer runs out, I suggest that you build yourself a secure enclosure for it, or it will most likely run away as it's both afraid and aggressive upon birth. When the timer runs out, your Reaper will burst out of your chest and crawl about. You will have to feed it meat directly into its inventory. You can do this in two ways. Use a Reaper pheromone gland, approach the Reaper baby and feed it. Without the use of a Reaper gland, it will turn on you and it will be more difficult to feed it. The only way to get the Reaper pheromone glands is by killing some Reaper Queens. Watch out for the acid cloud she leaves when she dies. Or you can feed it the easy way. Fill your inventory with meat prior to the birth and then let the Reaper baby kill you. It won't take long. It will then get everything you have in your inventory into its own. Once it hits juvenile at 10%, it's docile and will eat from a feeding trough. Left mouse button is a regular bite attack. Right mouse button is an acid shrapnel attack. This goo will slow down your enemies and ground flyers. C is a spin attack that deals a massive knockback. Press the spacebar to jump and hold it down to jump further. Control is a cosmetic roar. The Reaper is naturally immune to radiation, so you can use it wherever you want on Aberration. Bear in mind that you should not use a light pet while riding this, as that will make it take 80% more damage. You are not a real survivor until you have tamed a Reaper King. That's it for this video. Stay safe down there, survivors, and go get yourself impregnated by a Reaper Queen.